It was one of those long travel days. My legs ached, my mind felt heavy, and all I wanted was a corner of quiet. The hotel lobby had these warm leather benches, polished marble floors, and the low hum of air conditioning that almost felt like white noise therapy. I sat down, plugged in my phone, and let out a small sigh of relief. Finally, peace. Enter him. This older guy, mid-60s, graying hair slicked back, dress shirt half unbuttoned like he owned the place. He walked with the kind of swagger that screamed, "Rules don't apply to me." He didn't just sit down. He announced his presence. With a groan, a grunt, and then, that dreaded sound. Speakerphone. Maximum volume. A woman's voice blasted across the lobby like we were all part of his conference call. The marble floors made the sound bounce, echoing off every surface. I stared at him, hoping maybe he'd notice. Maybe he'd turn it down. He didn't. At first, I thought, okay, maybe it'll be quick. But 5 minutes turned to 10, and his booming conversation just kept going. I couldn't help but feel it, that hot spark of anger rising from my stomach. My heartbeat quickened. My jaw tightened. The worst part, he knew people were staring. He saw the front desk staff glance at him, uncomfortable. But he didn't care. He leaned back, legs spread, and laughed into his phone like the entire lobby was his personal living room. That's when I moved. I picked up my phone, shuffled across the lobby, and sat at a table on the far end. But even from there, his voice still cut through. There was no escape. That was the moment. The moment I thought, enough. Absolutely enough. Why do people like this think the world bends around them? Why do they think everyone else's peace and sanity is just collateral damage? I stared at my phone, thumb hovering over my playlist. And then, the idea sparked. If he wanted to play loud, fine. Two could play that game. I didn't want to disturb the staff or ruin the lobby atmosphere completely, but I wanted him to feel it. To taste his own medicine. So, I picked something with bite. Something that could cut through his obnoxious phone call like a buzzsaw through wood. Kill switch engage. Metal. Heavy. Relentless. I turned my volume up, not even full blast. Just halfway. Loud enough to pierce his call, but not so loud it felt like I was the problem. The guitars roared. The drums thundered. And his face. Oh, his face was priceless. He turned his head toward me, eyebrows pinched, mouth moving like he wanted to say something, but I didn't give him the satisfaction. I kept my eyes glued to my phone screen. Calm. Innocent. Almost like, oh, me? Just enjoying my music. His call grew louder as he tried to talk over it. But it was useless. The riffs drowned out his voice, chewing through every word. And then, sweet victory. I saw him sigh. His finger slid across the screen. The call volume dropped. Finally, mercifully, silence. And the second his phone went quiet, I paused my music. Just like that. Peace restored. He didn't say a word. He didn't need to. The defeat was written all over him. Shoulders slumped. Jaw tight. A minute later, his phone buzzed again. Another call. And this time, he lifted it to his ear. Like a normal person. Like the rest of civilized society. And let me tell you, that felt better than any shout, any confrontation, any argument ever could. It wasn't about blasting music. It wasn't about being petty. It was about respect. That old man came into a shared space and treated everyone's peace like trash. And in return, he got a taste of his own medicine, served back to him with a side of guitar riffs. The best part? He learned. He actually changed his behavior. That's the sweet spot of revenge, not just payback, but proof. Proof that sometimes the quiet ones have the loudest answers. So, here's what I took away. Sometimes you don't need to yell, you don't need to argue, and you don't even need to confront someone face to face. Sometimes, you just need the right song, the right timing, and the courage to press play. If this story made you smirk, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What's the most annoying loudmouth you've ever dealt with, and how did you handle it? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more satisfying revenge stories just like this one. Because sometimes, justice doesn't wear a badge. Sometimes, it wears headphones.